The summer of 1985. A season of slasher tans, synth-pop screams, and VHS tapes melting in the backseat. While the world above basked in the sun, we, the children of the night, flocked to the theaters to get our real dose of vitamin D. Dread.
Yeah, nothing says family vacation like decaying corpse and Dolby stereo.
Oh, quite right, nephew. So grab your Walkman, don your creepiest crop top, and let's resurrect the top 5 horror films from the summer of 1985. Starting with a film that had more bite than a sunscreen-deprived bat, Fright Night.
Something moved in next door that isn't human.
They did kill a girl over there.
It's horrifying. It's unspeakably evil. And now it knows that you know. Fright Night. If you love being scared, it'll be the night of your life. Rated R. Sneak preview Friday night. Check newspapers for theaters.
Fright Night is a vampire tale with the delicious twist of meta-horror when young Charlie Brewster discovers his new neighbor is a blood-sucking creature of the night. No one believes him except a washed-up horror host named Peter Vincent, clearly named in reverent homage to moi. Well, let's just say I've seen that wardrobe before, and yes, that was my cape. Filmed almost entirely in Los Angeles, Fright Night was shot on a soundstage at the Layard International Studio, previously home to Three's Company.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
You know, Jody, come and knock on our door. Talk about spooky neighbors. The elaborate vampire transformation used a cocktail of practical effects, animatronics, and foam latex. It took over 8 hours to get actor Chris Sarandon into full Nosferatu mode. Chris Sarandon, also the voice of Jack Skellington and the brother of Susan Sarandon. The infamous vampire mouth prosthetics, so painful Sarandon could barely speak, but luckily growling was in fashion that year.
So, you're telling me this movie is part Rear Window, part Dracula, and part Saturday Night at Your Ex's house?
Precisely. Fright Night walked the line between camp and classic with a wooden stake in one hand and a bucket of popcorn in the other. And let us not forget that unforgettable score by Brad Fiedel, the man who also composed the Terminator soundtrack. Quite the bloody resume. With charismatic leads, a sharp script, and effects that still hold up better than Uncle Edgar's facelift, Fright Night is a love letter to classic horror, one with fangs, fogs, and just enough 80s sleaze to make it iconic.
Didn't the horror host use a stake shaped like a cross?
Yes, because branding matters, Jody. Branding matters. Next up, George Romero takes us underground. Literally. At number 4, we crawl into the darkest, bleakest entry in George Romero's undead opus, Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead. The film asks the age-old question, what happens when the world ends and all your roommates are jerks with guns?
This is the one where humanity basically loses the apocalypse, right?
Indeed, it's the ultimate zombie film. If your idea of fun includes moral collapse, military madness, and a zombie who learns to salute, Day of the Dead takes us deep, literally to an underground missile silo where scientists, soldiers, and survivors clash. The undead close in. Filmed primarily 1,000 feet underground in a real abandoned mine near Wampum, Pennsylvania. The humid air was so corrosive that crew equipment rusted overnight, just the way George Romero liked it. Special effects wizard Tom Savini returned with a vengeance. His gore in Day of the Dead was so realistic it caused a few crew members to lose their lunch, or someone else's. After Sherman Howard's performance as Bub, the intelligent zombie brought unexpected pathos to an undead, earning him a cult hero status. His reward? An entire scene where he's chained and screamed at, method acting at its finest.
So the message is, even when society ends, people still won't shut up and listen to each other?
Exactly. George Romero's zombies were never the real monsters, just a very messy mirror held up to humanity. Though let's be honest, Bub had a more emotional range than half the cast of Dynasty.
Didn't they have real cow intestines in the disembowelment scene?
Yes, and they forgot to refrigerate them. The stench was so horrific that actor Joseph Pilato nearly passed out before he was eaten. Now that's commitment. With moral decay on one side and physical decay on the other, Day of the Dead is the bleak, brainy, and beautiful grotesque conclusion to Romero's original Undead trilogy. And now, from underground apocalypse to over-the-top insanity, we beam into a film that proves you should never trust a naked astronaut. Number 3 on our voyage through cinematic screams is Lifeforce.
Back to the Genesis, my life form.
Lifeforce, the movie that asked, what if Dracula was a naked alien and London got turned into a space plague playground?
I tried watching this one and ended up needing a cold shower and a space map.
Directed by the Texas Chainsaw Massacre's own Tobe Hooper, Lifeforce blends cosmic horror, British panic, and more gratuitous nudity than a vampire beach party. Based on the novel, The Space Vampires. Yes, that's the real title. This film nearly bankrupted Cannon Films, and it was worth every penny. Shot largely at EMI L Street Studios in England, the film featured some of the most ambitious special effects of its time, blending animatronics, matte paintings, and practical gore. The lead antagonist, the ethereal and very unclothed vampire woman, played by Matilda May, had no dialogue. All she had to do was walk slowly and stare. Turns out that's all she needed to do. The visual effects team included future Ghostbusters 2 effects artist John Dykstra, who also came from Star Wars: A New Hope, who worked with then groundbreaking laser system to create the soul-sucking effects.
You know, you could have just said space vampires blow up London and saved everyone a lot of confusion.
Now where's the fun in that? It's a cosmic fever dream. A skin-heavy symphony of sci-fi horror that dares to ask, what if 2001 A Space Odyssey got bit by a Hammer film? With catastrophic ambition and chaos to match, Lifeforce may be a hot mess, but it's our hot mess, one that scorched through theaters and singed the eyebrows of every critic in sight. Now, prepare yourself, dear viewer. Number 2 is not just a drill, unless it's drilling into your brains. It's punk rock, it's chaos, it's Return of the Living Dead.
Something strange is going on.
While Romero gave us social allegory, this film gave us zombies who run, talk, and beg for brains. Oh, like they're ordering takeout.
Wait, wasn't this the one that claimed Night of the Living Dead was real?
Indeed, a cheeky in-joke that leads into 90 minutes of madness involving reanimated cadavers, barrel zombies, and a graveyard rave. Filmed in Burbank, California, many scenes were shot in and around the fake medical supply warehouse built on a soundstage, the cemetery a custom-built set surrounded by industrial walls. Director Dan O'Bannon, screenwriter of Alien, clashed with nearly everyone, but his perfectionism paid off. The effects were grotesque, the pacing relentless, and the laughs infectious, just like the zombie gas. The iconic Tarman was performed by a skinny mime named Alan Trotman, who gave the creature an unnatural fluid motion that's still horrifying to this day. Oh, he's also in the trailer for the new one. They're doing Christmas. Check it out. I'll link a trailer in the comments below.
And wasn't this the first film to say zombies eat brains?
Indeed it was. Before 1985, zombies wanted flesh. Return made brains the delicacy du jour. Also, let's not forget Lena Quigley's Cemetery striptease. It traumatized a generation and launched 1,000 VHS rentals. Funny, gory, and gloriously over the top, Return of the Living Dead is what happens when horror throws a kegger and nobody survives. Dear fiends, we arrive at number 1, A Tale of Trolls. telepathy, and tabby cats. Number 1 is Cat's Eye.
Stephen King's Cat's Eye.
A perfect anthology of 3 creepy tales, all loosely connected by one very persistent feline. Written by Stephen King himself, this film feels like flipping through a cursed comic book, one that bites back.
This had a troll, right? That little nightmare goblin that lived in the wall?
Indeed, but first let's give a scratch behind the ears to each twisted tale. Shot largely in Wilmington, North Carolina and New York City, with interiors built on sound stages to accommodate the miniature troll effect. The troll sequence starred Drew Barrymore. To create the troll's scale, filmmakers built giant-sized props, a huge bed, oversized record player, and even an enormous tissue box.
Wasn't one segment about quitting smoking?
Oh yes, Quitters Inc. A terrifyingly twisted story about a company that really makes you kick the habit by threatening your loved ones.
And the ledge walking one gave me vertigo just watching it.
Oh, yep, that's the one called The Ledge. And it stars a sleazy gambler forced to circle a skyscraper's edge while pigeons peck at his feet. Classic King cruelty with a high-rise twist, with creature effects, psychological torment, and a heroic cat who saves the day. Cat's Eye is the anthology we didn't know we needed, but will never forget. So, there you have it. The top 5 horror films of the summer of 1985, each a chilling chapter in a blood-soaked year that redefined the genre. Vampires, zombies, trolls, and naked space succubi. What more could a horror fan ask for? No, where's the fun in that, Jodie? So, good night, all. Oh, be sure to check those films out. And if I left any out, be sure to hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what was your favorite film from the year 1985.